Hello again. So the last video was a little bit, how do we say, rough. Rough? Nah, not rough. Well, I'd probably say more like a bit heavy, as I mentioned many times in the previous video. A bit depressing, so I thought let's start back to the basics. Okay, so I thought today that I would get my trusty iPad, just knock me light, get my trusty iPad and go on my old channel, my Mike Can't Swim channel, and have a look at some old videos and just kind of see what kind of rubbish I put out to the world. Alright, so let's dive right in. So the first one I'm going to watch is Introducing Mike. Pretty straightforward.
Michael Smith, actor, filmmaker, director, producer, philosopher, entrepreneur, adventurer, gentleman. A real prick. You know, turns nouns into verbs, calls all of his male friends bros.
Pause it there for a second. That's actually my friend Rob doing the voiceover. And he basically just came to me one day and said, I've got this script and I think you might like it. And I read it and I just kind of looked at him and said, is there something you're not telling me? Because the second bit's a bit right on the nose, so let's carry on.
Big sports car with a top speed that can never be used. Scathes if you haven't got coffee from a particular fair trade farm in the Colombian mountains.
That's true, I do actually love my coffee, so and I don't have my sports car anymore. I had to get rid of it when the wheel fell off. Now I drive a Volvo. Let's carry on.
The kind of guy that leaves his coat in a silly place at parties for someone to pick up and ask, whose is this coat? So he can bound over and say, mine, did you know it's Prada, darling?
Diverso, actually.
Agonises for hours over whether his socks match his tie and pocket square.
That's actually very important.
Just look at him. The I'm too busy yet casual and bohemian to shave properly.
I mean, I don't shave anymore, really. Clippers at the most, but whatever.
Teams with the expensive suit look. I bet he slouches at home in baggy jogging bottoms and a casual hoodie. From Prada.
Well, at least I
Just shorts and a t-shirt, but designer.
have a job, you peasant.
I hate you, you smug, self-assured, think you're special, good-for-nothing son of a...
That's actually Rob's drawing, and that's actually him in the image as well, back when he had long hair. And now we've kind of swapped, so he's got short hair, and I've got long hair now. So, yeah, it's pretty spectacular. That's probably my favourite video out of all of them, really, because it's... it was just so a fun afternoon to shoot, so, yeah. Hold on. Okay, a bit of a change of video. I has a package from Dobell. So I thought, whilst we are in the spirit of new video creation, and I'm still rolling, I hope. Let's open this bad boy up and see what it is. Well, I know what it is, but see what it is for you guys. Dobell. Dobell? Double? Dobell? Okay. Oh, it's upside down. There we are. Lovely. This is my double-breasted grey suit. Now this I bought for a reason. It's not just because I buy suits regularly. Alex and I are going to my friend Mark's partner's 30th birthday in a week, and it's a 90s theme, and we are going as what's her name? Julia Roberts and Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. So I got a double-breasted grey suit to go as Richard Gere. I probably don't have the hair for it, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try this on, actually. Very nice inlay. I didn't realise it was a pink inlay. Here we go. Oh! Ow! Oh, wow. Oh, nice. Oh, now that's... oh, yes, hello. I look like some sort of, ready to do the news. But yes, I've got some trousers. Oh, tip for any suit buying. If you're buying suit buying online, make sure you check the measurements, because sometimes they are, if it says it's a 40, could be that you need a 42 because it's gone up in terms of inches on your chest. Always measure before you order. Don't go on old measurements because you may have just ballooned out a little bit or shrunk down a little bit. I made that mistake many times. I used to think I was 38, and I kept buying suits that were too small, so I keep measuring, and I'm averaging around a 40 chest. So this is actually not so bad. Fits quite nicely. Look at that. Double-breasted. Very nice. But look at the inlay. Nice and pink. Rebelle. Slim fit as well. Very nice, yes. But yes. Double-breasted. In actual fact, this is my... What's that? Please do not remove me if you wish to return this item. Righto. Well, this is... buttons are a bit scruffy. Otherwise... bottom buttons are a bit scruffy. I think the buttons that are what shall we say, aren't functional, but they are. The buttons that aren't functional, but they are for aesthetics, seem to be a little bit thrown on as a second nature. Whereas the buttons, oh no, the same on this side as well. But the buttons that are used for functionality. In actual fact, with a double-breasted suit, you can't see my face. No. With a double-breasted suit, if you have 6 buttons, 2 on the breasts and 4 on the torso, you actually only ever use 1, and that's the middle one here. Because as a kind of general rule of thumb, and this goes the same with waistcoats as well, your suit bottom button generally doesn't get put up. Like, you don't do that. You don't do that. And as a rule of thumb as well, if you sit down, always unbutton your jacket if you don't intend on taking it off. And never remove your jacket before the host of the party removes their jacket. If the host of the party doesn't have a jacket, then you ask their permission. I've got to find my socks to match my pocket square now. Oh dear. But yeah, this is not too bad. That was just by sheer coincidence that this turned up at the same time. Pockets, inner pockets, good. Got inner pockets. Pocket on this side as well, that's very nice. That's very nice. Overall, a nice purchase. I would recommend. I've never used Dobell before, or Dobell. Dobell. The smart man's choice. I won't show that receipt because it's got my personal details on there, but this is also a rule of thumb as well. If you're not a big suit wearer, like me, where you do like to wear suits and you like to buy the occasional suit, but you don't want to wear it every day, or you wear it like 6, 7, 8 times or less a year, I would always recommend that you go for a suit bag. Now, generally, most places offer you to buy a suit bag for, say, £4 or, a couple of pounds when you buy the suit online. Most places on the high street, for example, they tend to just give you one first as last. But I would always recommend you buy one anyway because it saves a lot of dry cleaning in the future just because of dust. I've had a number of suits that have just gathered a bit of molecules on dust, and it just gets a bit tedious to dust get all the thing, and sometimes you do have to go take it to dry clean. So I'd recommend that you do get a suit bag just to store it in until you need it. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Okay, got the party season, very nice. Here we go. Ooh, now dinner jackets. Now, very nice. Dinner jackets are the bee's knees. I have 2 dinner jackets. Oh my goodness! They have a green. You see, green velvet one. Now I've got a red velvet one, something similar. I got that one from Moss Bros. Didn't have the red lining. In fact, it's a bit of a more cherry red rather than a what's it red? What the dickens? Okay, want? No. Now going back to introducing Mike. Long coats, lovely. I've got a grey. I've got a brown. I've got a blue, and I've got a tan. I haven't got a black, fortunately enough. Free pocket watch. Now, see, now this is the thing. These Baker Boy hats that are here, see? I'll move back a bit. This camera doesn't have autofocus, so I can't do that, or otherwise you're just going to be a big blur. Now, the Baker Boy hats, they are making a comeback because of Peaky Blinders, obviously. To be honest with you, it's not a look that I personally go for, because it was a commoner's hat when it was the early 20th century and late 19th century, but yeah, it's not too bad. So this altogether was the jacket. This doesn't tell me the price. Maybe I didn't get a receipt or something, but maybe it's on my iPad. Hang on, one moment. So the jacket was $89.99. I've got some matching grey slim fit suit trousers as well, which were £50, and the Dobell suit bag, which was $3.99. All together came to $143.98. But Dobell do have a discount code at the moment, which is Party20 as of the 8th of November, which is when this is filming. So I actually got this for £115.19 now. To be honest with you, this jacket isn't normally the type of material I would go for, the type of fabric. It's a polyester blend. Well, I can't find it at the moment, but it is a polyester blend, and polyester, to be honest with you, is not my favourite material because it's a man-made material, so it doesn't breathe as much as natural materials like cotton and linen. Try saying that 5 times when you've had a few. But because I'm using this as a costume rather than, or like just a fancy dress rather than a natural suit, I didn't mind paying for this kind of suit. And to be honest with you, in the wintertime, you don't necessarily want a suit that breathes too much, otherwise you're just going to be very cold, and that's when you start needing an overcoat. However, if you do want an overcoat, then maybe a more natural material like cotton or linen would be best. I mean, cotton and linen especially, is for your summer months. My sister got married in Greece a couple of months ago, and I had a linen jacket, which was a nice kind of shade of blue. Although I was ordaining, so I was very nervous. It did let me to breathe, but it didn't stop me from henceforthing with sweat. So, but if I was wearing a polyester, I would have been visibly hot up in the collar and on his forehead. Whereas if you have one that breathes, it will exhaust the heat through the jacket rather than having to exhaust it through other means of skin, like on your legs or on your face, where it's more visible. To be honest with you, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. But to be honest with you, go for what you like, you know. As long as it fits nicely, that's my biggest pet peeve with suits. If your trousers are too long, cuff them up. So just literally get a needle and thread, turn them up to the right side, and just spend an afternoon. Learn how to sew, please. The jacket is very important because that can't be adjusted by yourself. It has to be adjusted by a tailor. But if you're buying off rack, then search for one that suits better. So as you can see here, if I tighten this up a little bit, this might need tailoring just a little bit. I mean, you do get the in-way. If I put my arms down like that, you can see how on this side, the right side, it does go in a bit. Now what I would prefer is if it will go in a bit more so it hugs my figure. So yeah, just get it to hug your figure a bit better. And if you're buying off rack, you shouldn't have a problem finding one that fits you better. If you're finding one that's tailored for you, well, if you're going out and buying one that's tailored, you won't have that problem first as last anyway. You can talk to your tailor and they will give you as much room as you want, but they will also steer in the right direction in how it should fit. So that's better. Tailored is obviously better. It's more expensive, but I would always say that every man should have at least one tailored suit in their wardrobe at any given time. That was kind of a bit of a shambles of a video, actually. I started with wanting to watch a few videos, but then obviously my suit came, so we kind of ransacked. It was actually quite good how it all worked out in terms of watching the introducing Mike, so maybe I'll do another one with this suit here. Maybe we'll jazz it up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, so this little video was a little brighter than the other one, and hopefully we'll get a few more like this in the future. And I've got a few things in the pipeline. I'm going to try, I mean I said this 6 years ago, but I'm going to try and do one every week, just for my own benefit. If you like them, give them a like. If you don't, give them a dislike. Give us a comment as well, say hello. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.